Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano. Judge, vulnerable Democrats in an election year in some states are showing their support for Gorsuch, not Claire McCaskill, who's actually up for re-election in 2018, who said that she's not going to vote for him. Do you think that Gorsuch is approved with those 60 votes? Can they get there?
I don't know if they're going to get to 60, but I do believe that he will be on the Supreme Court of the United States a week from today. However, there are Democrats that are up for re-election in states that President Trump carried very comfortably, like the three whose names you just mentioned, who probably will be moved by the fact that they don't want this to be an election issue against them in a state where the president campaigned and said, you're going to have a vastly different Supreme Court with me than you will with Hillary Clinton, and an argument can be made that that's a reason for which a lot of people voted for him. So I think that number 3 will increase. Whether it gets to 8 or not, I don't know. Look, the filibuster rule in the Senate, and I'm going to correct myself, it's not a rule, it's a tradition. The filibuster tradition in the Senate can be broken with a simple 51-vote majority. It takes 67 votes to change the rule. This is not a hard and fast rule. It's a tradition, a courtesy that the 99 senators will show to one. In the old days, like Jimmy Stewart in the movie, who will just keep talking and talking and talking. When Hillary Clinton joined the Senate and didn't want to have to stand for 18 hours filibustering, they changed the rule and said, okay, now you don't have to talk. You just have to say, I'm invoking the filibuster tradition, thereby raising the threshold for the, whatever it is, to pass from 50 to 60.
Are you appalled by the pushback from Senator Chuck Schumer as an example where it's not time to change the rule, it's time to change the nominee? I
think that Senator Schumer, as smart a politician as he is wasting political capital on this. This is not changing a liberal justice seat to a conservative justice's seat. This is changing two people who think very similarly. Justice Scalia, of course, no longer with us, and Judge Gorsuch. As you know, I played a small role in the president's decision to choose Judge Gorsuch. And one of the things that his people did was read everything that the judicial nominees wrote, which in Judge Gorsuch's case is a lot, and compared it to the ideas, the ideology, the themes, the wording of Justice Scalia, and they found a remarkable similarity between Judge Gorsuch and Justice Scalia. So this is not a change in ideology. I'll tell you what is animating the Democrats. They think this is a stolen seat. They think this should have gone to Merrick Garland or whoever President Obama chose to replace Justice Scalia, and they can't get that out of their system. They
can't get past it, and the Republicans are not going to go back. And nobody's going to nominate Merrick Garland. That's in the past.
We don't know if Hillary Clinton would have kept Merrick Garland, so that's still up in the air. And
Kevin, I think that Merrick Garland is far too mainstream, moderate, and middle of the road for Hillary Clinton. Yeah. Now, we're talking about a hypothetical that's never going to come to pass.
But that's what I mean, to say it was stolen, and they knew this. The Democrats knew that they needed to win the election to nominate a new Supreme Court. They ran on this time and time again at this. And then when we look at Neil Gorsuch, he passes the 2 tests, right? Competency and character. And that's all that should really matter, given the fact that you're talking about he is just like Justice Scalia, who got past 98-0 in 1986.
Before the Robert Bork debacle, in which the Democrats succeeded in preventing him from getting on the bench by demonstrating, whether accurately or not, that his thinking was outside the mainstream of legal thinking. The Senate Judiciary Committee's role was basically limited to, is this person qualified? It was not, do we agree with this person ideologically? Because the trump card, no pun intended, the default position goes to the president. A liberal president gets to choose a liberal Supreme Court justice as long as the person's qualified. A conservative president gets to choose a conservative Supreme Court justice as long as the person's qualified.
Justices Alito, Sotomayor, Elena Kagan. I mean, they drew a few no votes, but there was no filibuster threat against these individuals.
Right. Which is why I'm scratching my head a little bit to try and figure out where Chuck Schumer's going. He will spend and waste a tremendous amount of political capital when and if this filibuster fails.
Yeah, it's just he sits in the corner and it's no, 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 no on everything. Meantime, a federal judge is allowing a lawsuit claiming that President Trump incited violence during his campaign rally. This judge is allowing this lawsuit to move forward. The judge ruling that the attackers were acting under Trump's direction, but did say it's plausible he incited the riot at a Kentucky rally last year. Judge, what is your take on this?
All right, so we have some people that are injured at one of those Trump rallies, and the injury occurred after they were expressing their disenchantment with him, and candidate Trump said, "Get him out of here, get him out of here." We all heard him say that. It was mildly entertaining. Unfortunately, in this case, the "get him out of here" resulted in these people being pummeled and injured. So they sue the campaign and they sue the president. Now, here's the law. The law is that all innocuous speech is absolutely protected, and all speech is innocuous when there is time for more speech to rebut it. So if Trump says, "Get him out of here," and there is time for somebody to say, hey, calm down, they're just exercising their freedom of speech, Trump's not liable. But if Trump says, "Get him out of here," and they pummel these guys and there's no time to respond to Trump's words, then it's a jury question as to whether or not he incited violence. That's what this judge ruled. As much as I'm sorry to see this type of litigation going forward, it's probably the correct ruling.
See, always fair. Always fair.
Like Neil Gorsuch.
That's why we love you. Love
You're
you
so
being
great.
here, right?
Thank you, Karen. I'll take that comparison.
Judge, are they going to, with Gorsuch, though, are they going to have to change the precedent in the Senate, you think? What's your gut say?
I hope they don't. But my gut tells me they're not going to reach the 60. But look, they have never, ever required 60 for a Supreme Court justice in the past. This is the first time the minority in the Senate has insisted this person can't get on with fewer than 60 votes.
Right. Chuck Schumer wants somebody left of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Not going to happen.
He's not going to get it from this president.
No, he is not.
Schumer's leading them down the hole.
We got almost 4 years, bucko. Judge Napolitano, thank you so much.